all doing well. I'm here to give you your daily vibe. It's the second time I try to upload it. Go on live. Oh, this thing is like, sorry, it's making my shirt all sideways. I'm gonna bring this down here. Yeah, YouTube wasn't allowing it to upstream, so here I am. Hopefully, in a few minutes, people will start chiming into the live. Okay, guys, it is March 5th. Time. It's going so quickly. I can't wait till it's warm, though, to be quite honest with you. Okay, let's see. Ooh, we got the King of Pentacles, the stable one. The stable one. It kind of fell right on my leg. Someone's like, is there a King of Pentacles on the side waiting for you? Possibly. Is there a King of Pentacles on the side? Or are you the King of Pentacles? Are you the one who is, you know what? I'm focusing on my stability right now. I'm focusing on my own personal growth. I know I can do this on my own type of thing. Let's see, what else? Oops, sorry guys for the background noise. My phone is ringing. I clearly forgot to shut off the ringer. Let's see, what else about this King of Pentacles? Somebody who thought was going to, yeah, I got this feeling like it's like you're focusing on you and you're not going to take like petty breadcrumbs of emotion. So it's like, I'm focusing on me. I don't want to deal with anybody's bullshit. Like it's almost like just from these two cards, I have this vibe, this feeling of like, I'm not going to take shit. I'm not going to take little things. Like, yeah, you're going to come here and like, be like, oh, I like you. Like, no, like, if you're going to come in my life, you better be secure. Hello, sober girl. How you doing? Let's see, sober. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Sorry. Yeah, see? You're in your head about, hey, oh my God, I cannot even pronounce that name. I'm terrible at reading, just so you know. Exchella? Was that how I said it? I don't know if I said it right. You're stuck in this like mindset of the past cycle, right? You're not, hey guys, hey, good morning. You're not like, I think you're seeing like, I'm focusing on me. I'm focused on my stability. I'm not gonna accept any breadcrumbs from anyone or anything because you're remembering the past cycle, right? You're remembering the shit you had to deal with before, and you're like, no. Somebody comes in, they better be straight up, honest, everything I'm looking for right now. Because you're like, I got this shit on my own. I'm stable. I got my own shit. See, the player, this didn't fall out. Good morning. The player stabbed you in the back so many times. But see, this isn't in reverse. It's in the upright. See, the Ten of Swords. So it's like, left me in so much pain. I would love to see it like that. So it's almost like you weren't completely done with the pain. Almost like I could almost handle one more sword in my back. But I think what this is trying to say to you is that you got out before this player could stab you in the back one more time. It was like no more final blows to the back. No more sabotage. You weren't accepting the sabotage anymore of the player, right? So you were like, don't come back. Don't come in, right? You know that song? Dua Lipa? Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the words goodbye? I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary, I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't want to see me dancing with somebody, right? If you don't believe that anything could stop me, don't come out, right? Don't show up. I'm not where you left me at all. You know that song, right? Walk away. You know how, right? I kind of feel like, what's so funny? Before I even came on this live, that song came in my head. And I was like, ooh, I love that song. I love that song, right? And as I'm doing this reading now, it's exactly, there's a reason why that song popped in my head. It's because of what I'm reading right now. You're like, I got this shit. I don't accept breadcrumbs from nobody, right? Yeah, exactly. You grew where he left you, and you were like, fuck this shit. I'm not allowing one more sword to enter me. You can move the fuck on. I'm done with this bullshit. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, see, it's like, oh, and I feel like you're just like, you're in this space of like, I don't even want to think about the messages. I don't want to think about the communication. I don't want communication. Good morning, all. Yeah, like you're like, I don't want communication anymore. Like, I don't know if you come in. I don't know if I can actually see. It's you're like, no. If you come in, you're just gonna mind fuck me again, and I'm gonna be stuck in my head and all. Bleh. You're like, I don't want this communication. You never offered me the Ten of Pentacles. You were the reverse, right? You were unstable. This is a place that cannot grow. This is something that cannot be my future. This can't evolve into the next phase, right? You're like, oh no. Oh, and it's going to keep you stuck in that mindset of how this person never brought it to the next level. They couldn't man up or be woman up or whatever the hell you are, man or woman out there, right? Sorry, guys. Oh. All right, what else? What else? Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the words goodbye? That's exactly what I have been feeling. Oh, okay, good. Let's see. All right, let's see. See? Holding on to the... It's like you're in your head. You can't let go of the fact how you took a leap of faith forward on this person, but yet they never gave you your wish fulfillment, right? What do I need? Absolutely. What do you need them for when you can treat, right? When you can treat yourself better. So it's like you're holding on. Like it's like you can't let go in your mind of how you took this leap of faith forward on somebody who never fulfilled you, who never came in and actually like even tried, right? That's what I'm feeling like. They didn't even try. They didn't give it like the gusto to try to get it to the next phase, right? To do you right, to do right by you, right? What about this? But the good part about this is that you are all good on your own. You are focusing on your own stability, right? All right, let's see. It's like you've come to this destructive truth of how somehow you have this destructive truth, this lack of, you're like, I'm done, I'm dropping this. Like this destructive truth has made you finally like say, drop the mic and walk away. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this to myself, right? You're like, I'm done. All right, let's see. There they are. Like that stupid song. I'm all good already. Not a stupid song. It's a great song. Okay. So moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. All right. So, see, it's time to finish up. Time to like finish up the loose ends. Okay. You couldn't imagine that you would have to rebuild yourself up on your own. Like you couldn't imagine you were going to go in this on your own, possibly, because you probably truly thought this person was going to come in, right? You didn't think that you were going to have to rebuild it all by your damn self, even though you're doing just damn fine. That's what they're saying. It's like you see the truth now. You're seeing that's probably the it's like all the illusions have disappeared. You see this clearly now. Okay, what about this? What about this? Not for you, going with the flow, no change. See, you know this person is not for you. You were just going with the flow to see if they were going to change, but they never changed. Some people just can't change. All right, you were stuck in fear over this. Yeah, it's almost like, I'm almost getting this feeling like you had a feeling that was going to be the case, right? Like, you were waiting for them to change their mind, change their action, change their way. And you had a fear that they were never going to change. and you really did know, probably, like as much as you wanted this person to be for you, or whatever the case was in the past, deep down inside, you actually saw true to the core, and you knew they weren't for you, but you were just waiting, just maybe, if you just gave them a little bit more time, they would change. And they didn't. Whoa. So now it's time to create for yourself, because this person never gave you what you wanted. And like I said, you took a lot of time on them. You waited on them a lot. Okay, what's the advice here, Spirit, that you want to tell the collective? Ooh, the advice is take action. Get a move on it. Get a move on it. All right. Run like the wind. What about this? Run, Forrest, run. Let's see, why take action and what? What else? Whoop. Oh, okay, weird. You didn't know? You didn't know what? You didn't know. You didn't know you had to, maybe you didn't even realize you were repeating a cycle, possibly, with this group of people. But you no longer want to deal with these envious people from this broken contract. It's almost like, yeah, take action. You didn't know. You needed to end the cycle with these people. You no longer have to deal with envy that comes. It's almost like envy that came along with the contract. Does that make sense to anybody out there? Right? The envy that came along with this broken contract, or with this person from the past. But it's weird, because as I put my cards down, 3 cards from another card flipped. Let me see what they are. Today you will not talk, because somebody will not grow because they stabbed you in the back. You're like, I'm not giving you the time of day. I'm not going to talk to you because you couldn't ascend with me. You couldn't grow with me. And all you did was stab me in the back. And what did we have before? The 10 of Swords. Right? Let's see. All right, what else with this deck? Anything else you want to say with this deck? Anything else? You couldn't, oh my God, a lot of, I feel like some of you guys need to cleanse your chakras, okay? So look into that, cleansing of the chakras. You need to rebalance it. There's meditations you can do, there's prayers. Go on YouTube, you can Google how to cleanse your chakras, like just Google it, and like, or YouTube it, and there'll be videos and things of how other people do it. But I feel like you need to come back into alignment with yourself. Like all these chakras are in reverse. You weren't grounded, you didn't know, like there was like all these things, right? Maybe you're having familial issues, maybe you're having like cognitive issues, but like they're saying, yeah, like you couldn't, this was an unstable, besides that, this was just an unstable foundation for you as a person, this situation from the past. But you need to take action because you didn't know. Maybe you weren't as intuitive back then. Maybe you didn't know how to listen to your intuition, you know, because we grow into that. We're not just born into that. I mean, there are some people, yes, it is important, right? Let's see. So we as we evolve, as we go through things, we become more intuitive. See, you didn't realize how this person really didn't have your best interest at heart. They didn't love you the way they should have. And it's like you were unstable also, and you needed to release yourself from this situation, but you didn't want to, but you had to. You have to release yourself from somebody who's not going to give you the love that you need in your life, right? By keeping yourself energetically tied to them, all it does is drain you and give it back to them. Like, why should they take your shit? It's your shit. Own your shit, right? Sorry, guys. Own your shit. Okay, all right. Healing messages, please. Healing messages, please. courageous. But then selling out? What about this be courageous? You were courageous? It's almost like Spirit saying, you were courageous on selling yourself out. Duh, did you not see that? Like you had lots of brazen behind you for selling yourself short. Hold on, let me see. I'm sure there's going to be more cards that are going to clarify this. Let's see. See, you were, all right, it's like you were stuck in this like victim consciousness mode, not knowing where you, it's like you didn't know where you fit. Does that make sense? You didn't know where you fit in life or in this situation. You didn't delete your comment? I didn't, oh, you didn't delete your comment, but it deleted? Oh, that is weird. Strange. I don't know. I had a hard time when I was trying to go live before. It just wouldn't come up. It's like the screen was black. I'm like, okay, and I have to delete everything up and then restart it again. Courageous. It's like, be courageous. You sold yourself out before in the past. You didn't realize that you were somewhat stuck in victim consciousness mode of not knowing where you stood, not knowing where you stood your ground, right? Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Let's see. You didn't know, like, it's like almost like you didn't know where you fit. You didn't know where you fit into this situation. But regardless of the past, Spirit is saying to be courageous, be brazen, be bold, right? Be bold. Be you. Be you. Wear yourself proud. Heart on the sleeve. Right there. Okay? Be a tough ass bitch, chick, dude, whoever's watching me right now. Okay? What else? Whoa. See? It's like you didn't, in this weird limbo phase that you were in, you were like, is this my soulmate? Is this my person? Is this not? I think this, I really should fix my hair. This stuck in between was like, is because you didn't know if this was truly the person you were meant to be with. Be with, badass. Thank you. You didn't know, like, is this my person? Should I be leaving the person I think I'm supposed to be with? But is this not my person? You were like confused. And you were like selling yourself out. Is this my person? Is this not my person? I don't know. Who's going to tell me if this is my person or not? I don't know. Spirit's telling me it is. Spirit's telling me it's not. But it's because you couldn't read the signs, right? See, sexual arts, sideways. Could it be the sexuality that was grabbing you? Or maybe this wasn't even as enticing as you wanted sexually. Or it wasn't as creative as you wanted. Maybe sexually creative. I don't know. It's up to you. Everybody's got their own thing, right? Or maybe you just were like, couldn't see outside the box. Sexual arts, I think of creativity and that other thing too, right? When you're very closed-minded, it's hard to see, is this person my soulmate or not, right? Is this the person I'm meant to be with or not? Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're so sweet. It's time to discover yourself again, even though you're not saying it. Maybe they're saying you don't even need to say what you have to say. If you feel like you need to explain something, maybe they're saying you don't even need to. It's about finding out what's best for you in your life. This is not a dream come true. You need to pay. It's like, hello, McFly. You there? This is no dream come true. Haven't you been paying attention to the signs? I've been showing you. You haven't been seeing it. Do you want to? I mean, whatever. If you want to be stuck in an old cycle or do you want to repeat a cycle? That's on you. Hold on, what does this say? That's exactly how I felt. The person sending, and I would have sent without him. Yes. You know why? It's funny. I was literally just having this conversation last night, and this morning, because I was trying to explain to my boyfriend, and it was kind of ironic that somebody that he works with asked if I could do twin flame readings, and I said do a private twin flame reading for him. And I was like, does he watch my YouTube channel? And he goes, no. I go, how does he know that I do twin flame readings? it was kind of weird, right? So my boyfriend doesn't really know anything about twin flames. And yeah. So I was trying to explain to him, as I was trying to explain to one of my best friends last night, you know, there's almost like it kind of correlates together. The person that she's with is maybe not as mentally mature, not as mentally evolved, right? Oh, thank you, honey. And then I was trying to explain this to my boyfriend. Like, in the twin flame journey, the divine feminine typically ascends before the divine masculine does. You know, and it's very confusing for him because you have to think outside the box to think about twin flames, correct? But I was trying to explain how, like, you know, the masculine never, it's like it's very hard for twin flames to come in union, right? The masculine is always behind. It's like the masculine is always going to be mentally immature, right? The feminine is always going to be definitely more mature, right? It's going to be more evolved. The masculine is always going to be here. And as we grow, they're always going to be somewhat behind. Now, not to say that it's impossible for the masculines to level out with us. It is possible because clearly there are twin flames who do come in union, which is very hard, right? As we all know, the twin flame journey is like torturous, right? But the problem is when you're not on the same maturity level, right? The same mentality level, how can you guys fit in union? Because unless you're totally okay with constantly rehashing the past lessons that were brought out, right? And if you're mentally okay with that and mentally okay with constantly repeating that, see, as I say that, my throat chakra is like, then that's on you, right? It will drain you. It will drain you. And when you're so evolved and they're so not, how is it going to work? Right? That's what I'm saying. This wasn't the dream that you visioned. Haven't you been paying attention to the sign? Hello? Signs around you. Are you lurking in the woods? Are you actually looking where you're walking? Are you going to step over that branch, trip and fall, and break your ankle? I did that. Not on a branch. But you know what I'm saying? There's just Spirit's giving you signs. Aren't you seeing it? There's been light has come shedded to situation. Wisdom has come shedded to situations. You know? Stability. Hold on a second. And then what is this one? Side note, this didn't actually fall out. It kind of fell out, so I just grabbed to see what they were. So it's like sexuality, help from above in reverse, and unleash your creativity in reverse. Did you think your sexuality was going to, did you think you were going to be able to seduce them to change possibly? Did you think that that was going to happen? Did you think that, like, you know, you're not an idiot, honey. We all go through this. Did you think that if you could seduce them that it would draw them in? Right? This seduction, this you alluring them in. Did you think it was going to keep them possibly? Right? But it's like, you didn't see, and that falls in line with this not paying attention to the signs, right? Did you think it was going to change them? Maybe if you did it a little different. You know what I'm saying? Gave them a little bit of a different way that they wanted. Did you think it was going to keep you in? I don't know. I've done that before. Didn't do a damn thing for me, right? Took those signs finally 4 months ago. Good for you. So, you know, maybe that's what it, maybe you were trying to use your sexual thing, your sexuality to keep them in your grips, or trying to keep, not grips, because we don't really have grips on our divine masculines, right? Or whoever it is that you're dealing with. Like, try to keep a thread on them to keep them in, keep them enticed, keep them interested, right? All right, what else with this deck, please? Because sometimes we do that, right? Well, maybe he thinks I'm the best he ever had and he won't leave. We do think like that, right? We do. I'll give him something he never had. He'll stay. Doesn't always work that way, right? I don't know why we all think like it's going to, but it doesn't, right? See, you weren't listening. You weren't listening. Explain. You weren't paying attention to the signs. It's almost like, and this card reminds me a little bit of the twin flame. It's almost like, were they really your twin? Because you see like it's two, right? And look, doesn't that look like a heart? And then it's in reverse. It fell in reverse. Like a broken union. You weren't listening. You weren't paying attention. What about this? The voyage, crossing the deep water, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. Okay, guys, it's time to take that soul journey if you haven't already. Okay, you need to move on. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm so sorry. Let's take the path back. Yes, yes, it's the truth. And sometimes it's really hard to take your power back. See, it's like this wasn't healthy. It wasn't the thing. It wasn't the light that you were looking for. If that makes any sense. This wasn't the beautiful, precious gem that you thought it was going to be. You thought it was going to grow. But there's like some shadow to all of this. There's shadow to all this. You need to escape from captivity. And you need to resurrect yourself, right? But the captivity, see, this is what I try to understand. This is what I try to explain to people. And you all know this, right? I say it all the time. But the captivity is not what they are doing to you. The captivity is what you are doing to you. You allow yourself to stay in captivity. You allow yourself to stay stagnant. You have nobody to blame but yourself. We do this to ourselves, right? So we need to come in this place of clarity when we need to say, I'm not going to accept this anymore, right? I'm going to free myself from this situation. I'm going to release myself. I will not accept this anymore. Yes, you need to break free. I've got to break free, Queen. I want to break free. Sorry, guys. I know it's probably really loud in the mic. Oh, see? Oh, thank you. I love this. Spirit wants me to say, it's time to look in the mirror and fall in love with yourself and ascend. Okay? To rise up, right? It's time to grow. It's time to sit on your throne. Even if you feel that you don't deserve that throne, Spirit's saying, but you actually do. You need to fall in love with yourself and truly in and out of who you are, right? That's truth. Oh, Bob Marley, there you go. So it's like look in the mirror and say, you know what? I love myself. I accept it, and I'm going to rise above all this. I'm going to soar beyond this, soar beyond this. All right? I'm going to ascend to the next phase. It's like you'll rebirth yourself, and you'll see what you're truly worth. What else, please? Uh-oh, sideways cards. Sideways cards. So it's different interpretation. So it's almost like Spirit saying, you know that you really just needed a little bit of time alone, right? To see that you really need, it's like you've been stuck in anxiety over reclaiming your own self, your own authentic self. You just need a little bit of time alone, or you just need a little bit of time alone, depending on your situation, to see that you need you needed to reclaim yourself. This is something that's like been keeping you breathless, for lack of better terms. It's like keeping you in a place like, I don't know, maybe this anxiety, feeling like I can't breathe. I don't know if I can do this. You need to stand in your power. You know you need to rise above this. You know your worth, but yet are you reluctant on doing it, right? But you just need a little bit of time alone to see that you need to. Okay, what else? All right, different deck here. Spirit, what do you want to tell the collective today? After I'm done with this reading, guys, I'm going to try to do most of my zodiac. I did all my water signs. I did my Aries. Now I got to do the rest. I'm going to try to do most of them today. I would love to. But the problem is I get stuck on my daily vibes because I have so much fun like communicating on all of this stuff. Oh, well, thank you, honey, that I'm accurate. Let's see. What do you want to tell them with this deck? Anything? Not feeling protected. Maybe you're feeling vulnerable. Aw, you're so sweet, sober girl. No, exactly. Don't settle for less. Then you're just selling yourself out. You're self-sabotaging yourself. Yes, they are real, the energetic ties. But you can break that. You know? You can. It's funny. Sing healing songs to the world. It's kind of what I do. I do sing for the church. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you. I'm all the way up. Sorry. I know, I'm sorry. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Okay? All right, guys. You need to sing. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start, right? When you read, you begin with A, B, C. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Let's start over. Let's start anew. Let's start with you, right? Let's start with you. Let's start at the beginning. And it's okay. Sometimes we got to repeat at the beginning multiple times. As long as you take the lessons from the past cycle, you will always get better. You will always ascend. Correct? Because I'm sure the next cycle is still going to teach you something. Nobody's ever completely evolved, unless you're God in the universe. And who knows, maybe even they fuck up a million times. But what I'm saying is, as long as you take the past cycle and learn from it to evolve for the next phase, you're good. Right? You're good. Let's see. Okay, a whole bunch of cards just flew out. Guardian. You are protected even though you don't know your path of independence. It's like you need to reinvent yourself. It's saying you need to decide on what you really want. See, that's the hardest part, right? What do you want? Not like maybe. Like, what do you want? That's the hardest part. Decide what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Good morning, Tammy. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. Right, guys? See, it's like if you're not noble, it's like if you're not graceful and noble, like you're nothing. You need to do it in the right way. Does that make sense? You need to do this in the right way. Don't be the trickster. Don't try to manipulate it into the right way for you. Just do it right. Just do it right. what I was going to say about almost like telling the truth and lying, right? Of course, we all lie here and there, right? I always lie closest to the truth because it's hard. It's hard to remember lies, right? Especially, oh, and if you've ever run into like a pathological liar, they lie so much they don't even remember their lies, right? So it's so disingenuous when you're constantly lying. But how much power do you have when you don't have to lie anymore and you're just strong in who you are as a person? How much power do you have when you can say, yeah, that's me, and I don't give two fucks what you think about me. Bye-bye, right? It's like, so it's saying, don't be manipulative. Don't try to weasel your way around it. Just be you. Just be genuine. Be upfront. Be honest. And that comes to another thought. When you don't show your true colors on your sleeve, right? And you meet somebody new, just to say, or maybe you've done this in the past, then what ends up happening, right? What ends up happening? Eventually, who you are is going to come out anyway. It has to. You can't lie about who you are forever, right? I mean, you can for a while. You can disguise the rotten behaviors you have or the stinky ass you have or whatever it is, right? You can't hide all these things about you that people don't want to see or you don't want them to know about you or see about you. But if you are 100% honest from the beginning, you have nothing to hide, right? Yes, exactly. I mean, God, we don't want our lies to come out because sometimes we have very good reason to lie about a situation. But if you are genuine almost or all the time, as much as possible, you are wearing your heart on your sleeve. You're truly showing somebody who you are to the core, right? Then when you meet this new person, you don't have to put this facade. If they're going to love you, they're going to love you for who you are, right? Your mistakes, yes. All right, so this is like really TMI, and your eyes going to be like, oh my God, you're disgusting. Okay, so I'm getting a divorce of a marriage of 22 years, right? Very comfortable in my lifestyle. Him and I've known him since I was 9. Okay, so we're almost like brother and sister more than husband and wife. We always were. I would always say the joke, he's the brother I sleep with. I'm like, ugh, whatever, right? So being in a relationship for so long, you are who you are, right? But there were so many things about that relationship that I absolutely did not like. As much as we worked together as a team, we were on the same page, there were so many things that were not good and they were not healthy as husband and wife union, right? So I wanted more. I wanted a true partner. He hated everything about me, right? So, oh my God, 9 what? Me, 22 years. Oh yes, I met him when I was 9. I've been family friends with him since I was 9 years old. So he was always like a cousin. I always told everyone he was my cousin, right? So now I'm going to get to this TMI part. The TMI part. Once I decided to leave him, I said, I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to be 44 years old, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat myself and put this stupid facade of who I think a man's going to want me to be. Because that's what I was bred to be, this perfect child, the doting wife. Let's wipe your ass, put the pretty face on. I was the trophy wife. And I couldn't be looked at as any other way as the trophy wife. And at this point in my life, I'm like, fuck this. So I said to myself, I'm going to be me. Guys, this is the TMI part. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm a very gassy person. And I was like, whoever I'm with, I need to be able to fart in front of them. I need to be able to not have to leave the room because I have to pass gas. Because I know, for the most part, that man's probably going to be farting in front of me too. So I made it literally an effort every time I thought it was going to lead to something to say, FYI, I'm gassy and I'm not going to leave the room to fart, just so you know. And let me tell you, yes, I know, TMI. And I'm not like, I'm just like, it's part of human human behavior. We fart. And you know, she broke free from, good. So like, honestly, even like say my boyfriend, or even the like the 2 guys I met prior to him, I was like, no, listen, this is who I am. Like, I can't live with you and I can't be in a real relationship with you if I have a stomach ache and I gotta hold it and not be able to do what I gotta do, right? And I'm like not, and then I'm gonna have more of a stomach ache and I'm gonna be more bloated and I'm like gonna be in pain. And then what? Which one of my other girlfriends says, yeah, I always pass out when I'm with these guys. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, well you were farting last night in your sleep. I'm like, no. Like, yeah, maybe you didn't actually like embarrass yourself in person, but they still heard it and they still smelled it, right? Sorry, I know this is, our daily vibes always lead to an interesting spot. I don't know why, it just does. But coming back to your authentic self, right? That's who I am. Sorry. You know, I mean, I'm not like that old lady who will just fart in front of anybody and not care. I mean, I probably will be there in the next 20 years. And I'd be like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to fart in front of you. Because you know how that goes, right? I'm sure you've witnessed this yourself many times. But the point is that you should be you. Whatever you is, right? Because eventually I was going to have to come out and tell him, I'm sorry, but I am a gassy person. I'm sorry, but you know, whatever. I don't like to brush my teeth until after I have my coffee. Like, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of all the things that I'm sorry, but what? I don't know. I'm sorry, but I love that I'm an entrepreneur and I juggle all my employments. Like, there's things, I'm sorry, but this is on my bucket list and I have to do it and I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, these, I'm trying to think of all the things that I'm sorry, but, right? But this is who I am. I'm sorry I had multiple partners. It's who I am and it's what made me who I am today, right? But by not hiding your true authentic self, you have nothing to lie about. You have nothing to hide. I'm sorry, but I curse at my fucking kids because they drive me up my fucking wall, right? Like, whatever, all right? Whatever it is, be you. I'm just giving you my examples because that's what I got to go off of, right? So I think that's what Spirit is trying to say. You don't need to be sneaky. You don't need to be, just be like, see, always be prepared. You just need to be you, right? You just need to be authentic to who you are as a person and not hide your true self, right? And you know what? And this could bite you in the ass, but may not. Even some of your dirty, dark secrets, sometimes you just have to tell that person in the beginning, just get it out of the way. Because then you don't, if it's something that you know is going to come up and it's going to like fuck with this person's head, just so you know, this is what happened in my life. This is what I did. If you have a problem, there's the door, right? Because then if it's something that you think may come up and it's going to bite you in the ass later on, might as well just get out of the way now, right? Because then it'll teach you how they are as a person. Can they accept it? And then can you accept what they've done in the past? Can you accept their true authentic self? Is it something that you choose to live with? Oh, I love that movie. This is me. This is how I'm meant to be. Absolutely. Great movie. I love that movie. Whoops. See, it's saying if you're not prepared to be authentic, you may not be as fortunate and lucky with the next person or situation. Be authentic. Be you. Okay, 44 minutes and 4 seconds later. Let me do some closing messages here. God, I was trying to get all my Zodiac messages. I may not be able to fit that in before I have to pick up my daughter from the bus stop. Let me see. Oops. What happened here? Not being creative and learning a new path. See, this is what we talked about before. You need to have crystal clear intentions. Do you even know? Remember I was saying this to you? Do you even know what you want? You need to know. Like, you need to know what you want in life. All right? It's like, how creative are you on learning a new way? You need to be clear as to what it is that you want in your life. And then what is this about, Spirit? Explain. All right. So it's almost like saying, I'm not going to, Spirit's almost saying, I'm not going to help you with this past situation because you didn't seek the counsel that was necessary. Does that make sense? So, does that make sense? You should journal. Absolutely. Yeah, so it's like you weren't listening to counsel with this past situation, you weren't listening to the signs, however the universe was deciding to speak to you, it's like you weren't listening. So it's almost like Spirit saying, I wash my hands of this. I try to help you. You choose not to listen. What am I going to do? Come and beat you over the fuck up? Like, they can't physically do it. I mean, they do it in ways that we don't want it to be done. They do it by making us get sick, making all doors of opportunity close around us, getting into accidents, being immobile, right? So they will do it in a way that you don't want it to be done, right? Something's going to blow up in your face, hopefully not physically, but you know what I'm saying? It's almost like saying, well, you're not listening to the sign, so it's time to fucking trip and break your nose because I'm trying to show you and you're not listening, right? Yes, you are crystal clear, Crystal Riddick. Let's see. Anything else you want to say before we close out these messages? I'm going to grab this deck here. See? At the top of the deck. Does that mean something for any of you guys? I'm dyslexic, just so you know. I say things sometimes backwards, but that wasn't just backwards. That was just not right. Okay? At the top of the deck, unless there's a cop at the deck. Maybe there is a cop at your deck. I don't know. But anyway, there is infinite possibilities. Infinite possibilities at the top of the deck here. You are the sovereign of the seen and unseen world. The magic of the love surrounds you. Beauty transforms you. Listen to Spirit of Light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become legendary. Become legendary. I love that. Sorry, I'm an Aries. I like to have power of myself, not of other people. Become legendary? I would love to be legendary. I'm sure you would too, right? Oh, thank you, honey. You said that. Oh, sober girl, thank you. That's so sweet, right? Becoming legendary isn't like I need to be rich and famous, but to be legendary. You were the one who pulled your shit together. You were the one who didn't let that hold you down. You were the one who grabbed the bull by the horns and made it your bitch. And smiled the whole way, saying, I got this. That's legendary. Right? That's legendary. Like, when people can look at you and say, how did they do that? How did they do that? That's legendary, right? Your impact to the world. Because then once you take that charge in yourself, people see that. And then they emulate it. They want to be like you. And then they come to you and they ask you, how did you do that? So I learned to not give a fuck anymore and started to make me the priority. But still giving love to everybody. But I am the number one focus. It's really hard to come to that point. Say you meet, say right now, example again, my boyfriend. So awesome. Such a great guy. I honestly, I don't know, I guess like attracts like, when you have this vibe, you attract it, right? But I had to go through my shit to get to that place, right? And what was the point of this? I hate when I do that. What was the point of this? Anyway, he he is like a bit of a softie, but he's not. He's got this very masculine trait, but yet he's like this biggest softie ever, right? He's got the biggest heart. He's so caring. He cares more about everybody else than himself. He gives too much. He does. He gives too much. I'm always like, stop. These people take advantage of you because you're too giving. Now, let's come to me. All right? Clearly, you guys see the kind of person I am. I'm strong. I'm independent. I speak my mind. I'm blunt. I'm honest. I, being very strong, a very strong, dominant woman, could absolutely crush him if I wanted to. That's what his ex-wife did to him. Crushed him. But you know what? I would never do that. He, in my eyes, is a fucking gem. He is that rare find that you just don't find, right? He's a gem. I'm like, and that, as much as his, how do I say this? As much as his his loving and giving and caring, and it's not just to me, it's to everybody. Everybody he's in contact with, that's who he is. As much as it can be a weakness, because people will manipulate somebody like that, like I would never do that, because I'm just like in awe that I found somebody so awesome, right? But like, so what I was trying to say was that balance. You can still, I'm focused on me. I'm focused on me. I'm focused on my kids. I'm focused on him. It's almost like learning this way of decompartmentalizing your giving. But you need to be at the core, right? You, center, front and center. It's you. It's you and you. Look in the mirror, right? You need to be at the core of this. And then you still need to give, but you just don't take the bullshit anymore. And you need to like put it on the side, like be, this is going to sound retarded, be man enough, right? I guess, why do we use that phrase? Why am I saying that, right? Why are we saying, I guess because from the beginning of time, men were the almighty and powerful. So be strong enough and loving and compassionate and giving to the people who are deserving of you, of this love, compassion, and giving, right? Shut off the people and the things that you don't need in your world, in your circle, in your energy field. But there's a way of doing it all. There's a way of giving love to somebody but focusing on you. Giving love to your kids but focusing on you. Giving love to your husband, to your boyfriend, to your mother, to your sister, to your neighbor, I don't know, to the dogs, to the cats, but still focusing on you. So that's what I think I'm trying to tell you here, is that you still need to be the focal point of your life. Being moms, there's a weird transition, unless, it's going to sound stupid, but unless you're that uniquely selfish person, which sometimes is not a very good thing, and you have kids and it's always still about you. But for the average, I would say, of women, right, we become mothers. If you're not a mother yet, you still might understand what I'm saying, because it doesn't start at only becoming a mom. It starts sometimes at just having responsibilities and having pets and feeling obligated to help your sister, your brother, your friends, this, that, right? But when you become a mom, you lose yourself. You really do lose this sense of self-worth, right? Does that make sense? Self-worth, I want to say. We give to them, and then like your husband or significant other, if you have one, we give so much of ourselves to them that we become nothing. We become null and void. We become the caregiver. We become the hole that they get to put their shit in. Like, we become all those things. We become their bitch. But we do it lovingly and givingly because that's what we're supposed to do, right? But then there becomes this point where you're like, wait, this is not, I don't even fit into this equation anymore. I'm just everybody's servant. And that's where I'm at right now with you guys. What I'm trying to say to you. You can still focus on you, even if you're a new mom. And if you're a new mom, you really might have a hard time understanding it because you're like, but I have to. Yes, you do have to. You do have to. But you also can do you. You don't have to give up all your hobbies, all the things you love to do. You can do it all. You just have to figure it out, right? Okay, guys, I think I went on enough of a rant. Let me just get one more message here to close this out. I hope I'm helping you. You know, what I have realized is that not all of us have the friend circle to be able to communicate like this too. To be truly raw of what you feel like inside as a person. Because, you know, we are taught to feel guilty that you actually want to think about yourself. You selfish little bitch. How dare you? Right? We're taught that that's not okay. But it is okay. It's okay. Oh, thank you, honey. You know, it's okay to think about you. You're not being selfish because nobody's going to give a fuck about you the way you're going to give a fuck about you. And if you are not taking care of yourself and you don't give a fuck about you, you can't point your finger at anybody else because you're not even giving a fuck about you. How can you expect anybody else to? But when you know your worth and somebody doesn't treat you the way you're supposed to be treated, you're like, I'm not handling that. Actually, that goes to the beginning of this reading. Being stable on your own 2 feet, not accepting breadcrumbs, right? Not accepting the small shit. I don't want no small tokens. See, you weren't listening to your inner wisdom here. Okay? It came sideways. Yes. Martyr mentality is toxic. Who said that? Love Empress. Abso-fucking-lutely. I say that to Jimmy, my boyfriend, all the time. I'm like, nobody gives a fuck that you're a martyr. Like, all these people that you give to and don't give shit about you, they're not even thinking 2 cents while you're freaking bleeding to help them. Martyrism never made somebody a saint. Okay? It's the truth. It's almost like you need to come to this wisdom yourself, right? It's almost like saying like you needed to fall to learn this knowledge. You needed to sink. You needed to maybe even drown a little bit to really become the ancient one, the all-knowing, the wise one. It's like this is the high priestess of the deck. Actually, yes, it is. Number 1, the ancient one, the high priestess, the all-knowing, but at peace, respectful. This is an old lady. She's probably farting in this picture. All right, guys, I'm going to close this out at 58 minutes. I think this is my longest live ever. Okay, guys. Love you guys. I'm going to try to come tomorrow morning. It's a little bit of a busy day for me, but I'm definitely going to try to come in tomorrow morning. But I will definitely upload at least a couple more zodiac signs before I have to leave here. All right, guys. Love and light. Bye.